Hello, welcome back to Erica's Welsh Garden. Today is Saturday the 1st of June and I don't know about you, but I certainly can't believe how far we are into the growing season now, and actually how far behind I am. Every year though, I seem to do well with some veg and not so well with others. So this year I think is going to be the year of the potato, because my potatoes are growing in the ground and so far they look pretty good, but I've only got a few of my pumpkins in the ground. So hopefully later in the week I will do you a tour of both of my allotments and my woodland garden, so I can show you what's been going on and what's growing. I'm just out on my patio at the moment, and I know I mentioned in the last video that I've been trying to kind of work on getting this area tidy and reclaiming a really nice area on the patio. It's a little bit windy, so hopefully the camera's not shaking too much for you. But I went to a new garden centre yesterday. It's about a 40-minute drive from my house, and because I'm working on the patio at the moment and I've got a number of pots becoming available, I don't know if you saw in the past, but just down behind that trellis is the steps down to my back door, and I have a number of pots that I put my daffodils and my tulips in every year. I did post a picture of that on my social media last year, so I'll show you again a picture now of the tulips and daffodils that I grew last year. So every year I take them out and put them back in again, and they seem to, you know, come up really well, which is absolutely great. But at the moment the pots look like this, so I need to make sure that I lift them so that I can store the daffodils and tulips over the summer so they don't rot or anything in the ground, but those pots will become available for me to plant new stuff in. Now I had thought that I was going to put maybe some carrots in some of those either the trough, the concrete trough that belonged to my grandmother, or something like that, because carrots are quite happy in not very fertile soil. So I thought I might do that, but when I went to the garden centre yesterday, I picked up some bedding plants that I wanted to show you. Today being the 1st of June as well, it marks the first day of 30 days of wild. So I wanted to start thinking about getting some plants for wildlife in my patio area and kind of in that courtyard area as well. So I wanted to show you what I picked up from the garden centre yesterday. So when it comes to going to garden centres and stuff, I really love going around the garden centre, having a look round, kind of window shopping, usually go to the cafe, possibly if I've got a voucher for like £2.50, I might look for a plant for £2.50 or something like that, but I don't generally spend money going to garden centres. Probably maybe 10 years ago when I didn't have any children and you know, every weekend I didn't have a lot to do, I'd go to garden centres, probably spend about £50 or something on this and that, not really knowing what it was, and it would never thrive very well in my garden because I didn't treat it properly. But when I went to the garden centre yesterday, I kind of like gave in and bought some really nice plants for the garden. So I wanted to do a little bit of a little haul video to show you what I bought. So I bought 4 packs of bedding plants, and they were 4 for £10. So, and I know you can grow all of these from seed, but I haven't done, and I wanted some really nice pretty plants for, you know, my garden. So the first one I got was some cosmos, and this is the pink one. So yeah, I picked up 6 of these, and they do look really good, and they're all about to flower, I think. So yeah, very excited with that, and I've never grown cosmos before. You know, this is really my first year for growing flowers really. So yeah, there's some cosmos there. Now this wasn't actually labelled when I was in the shop, and I wasn't really sure what it was, but somebody mentioned that this is verbena, because I only ever know verbena as the Verbena bonanciaris, which I think I pronounced wrong, but that one, which is quite tall, gets a bit leggy and kind of flops around a bit. But yes, apparently these are verbena, but yeah, if they're not, tell me what you think they are, but I thought they were quite pretty. And then the next lot are snapdragons. Now these are so easy to grow from seed, but they were this really lovely kind of red colour, and Rob Smith, on his Twitter, he put a picture the other day of his self-seeded kind of red snapdragons, and I couldn't resist them, so I picked those up. They do look a little bit haggard in there, so I think when I plant them I might cut them down a tiny bit and hopefully they'll bush out, but they do self-seed quite easily anyway, so hopefully next year I will have some. Then I picked up some dahlias, but I don't think it mentioned what type they are. Hopefully they're mixed, but none of them have flowered yet, so we shall see. They had quite a few different dahlias there, but yeah, hopefully they'll do quite well. And with dahlias, I've never grown them from tubers, and I've never grown them really before, so let me know if they actually, as the tubes get bigger, the plants grow taller, because I've only ever seen like really tall ones growing, but yeah, these are small, so next year if I save the tubers, will they grow taller? But yeah, we'll see what they turn out to look like. So yes, exciting. And yeah, that was it for the 4 lots of bedding plants that I got. Then I went to the perennial kind of area in the garden centre, and I picked up, now these were a little bit more expensive, and again, I'm not somebody really that ever spends any money in the garden centre, but I think sometimes, you know, my gardens are so big, I need to actually invest in them, because if I grow everything from seed, you know, it's going to take me a very long time basically. So this is probably the most favourite one I picked up. Now this is an Aster Wartburg star, and look at that. Now I don't know if the camera's actually going to do it justice. It's a really beautiful purpley lilac colour, and that's a close-up picture of it. But yeah, this is a perennial, and I'm hoping that it's going to kind of bush out and stuff. This is great for the bees because they have spent all day on it. Every time I've looked out the window at this, there's been bees on it, so that's really exciting. And actually it was £9.49, so do you think I've been ripped off? Hopefully I haven't. Now the garden centre I went to as well was an independent garden centre, so actually the money that I've spent is going to a local business and the local community, which is great. And then the next one I got is this one called, right, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this whatsoever, but it's a daisy type, it's a daisy. It costs £7.49, and here is a picture of it. But as you can see, so far none of them have opened yet, so yeah, really excited about that. These are going to go in my, where I grew one of my pumpkins last year, in my courtyard garden. I've got a really big raised bed. I have been putting some perennial flowers in there already. The perennial flowers that I showed you that I picked up from Amazon a month ago or something like that, so they're already down there, and these are going to be going into that area, and hopefully they're going to spread and yeah, look very pretty. And I also picked up this plant pot. It's £2.99, and it would just go with the pots that I have down on the steps that I had my tulips in last year. So this one, maybe I will put some of these bedding plants in here this year. And I also picked up this pot, which is quite small. I don't know how many, if it says how many litres it is, to be honest, but I'm probably guessing it's maybe, it's bigger than 2 litres, so maybe it's like 4 litres or something, but it's quite small. But this was £5, and it's just a lovely little black one that's got some kind of the glaze has kind of like cracked on it, but I have noticed it's got a little chip out of it as well, but that should be absolutely fine. So yeah, I picked that up as well. And the best thing I picked up out of everything was this. This is just a little stone or a little ornament for the garden. That's the pumpkin. I apologise about the tooting horn, but yeah, look at this. I showed Liz Zora this yesterday on a video call, and she thought that I managed to find this amazing pumpkin that she'd never seen before, but unfortunately it is made of stone. But how cool is that? Amazing. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show you, what I picked up from the garden centre. But when I was looking on Instagram today, there is another YouTuber. She's got a new YouTube channel, and she's called Jen's Allotments. I'll put a link to her channel below because I might have got that wrong. But she doesn't live too far from me, and she went to another independent garden centre today, and she got some bargains. So hopefully I am going to maybe go there tomorrow and pick up, I really want a rudbeckia and I want an echinacea, but neither of those I could see yesterday. I really love the kind of daisy type flowers. So I've got a question for you. Can any of you tell me a really good perennial plant that's kind of a bit like a daisy or something that's really colourful? Can you put in the comments, name something that's a perennial that does well in this country that I could have a look at buying for my garden, or possibly grown from seed. But you know, this year I think sometimes it's worth investing a little bit of money in getting my garden straight because it's so big. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to leave it here because I've been chatting for absolutely ages as usual. Thank you very much for watching. If this is the first time you're watching me, then please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified of all of my latest videos. Like I said, I've got some tours coming up shortly, but I'm really hopeful that my patio, this is part of my patio, I've got a whole part of the patio behind there. Hopefully that is going to be finished in kind of the next week so I can show you what is going on the on the patio. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.